Absolutely, there would be no plea deal. You're going to trial or you're pleading open to the court. It means you have to allocute, and then the sentencing comes down by the federal judge. And that's exactly what Luigi Mangione just did. He went in and allocated, says, okay, hey, I am guilty. Is he admitted, meaning he put an admission on the record of premeditated murder. Make no mistake about it. The federal judge made him testify under oath exactly what he did. He premeditated it. He admitted to stalking. He admitted to tracking him down, and he admitted that he killed him with purpose and intent. So what does that mean when it comes to the state case? It's the ultimate Hail Mary is what he just did with the state case in New York. The evidence is crippling. Last-ditch effort, trial starts next month. I'm going to plead to the federal case. And then I'm going to use the plea in the federal case to try to now raise a double jeopardy defense. Remember double jeopardy? You can't be tried for the same crime twice. Because now they're going to put in a motion at the state level. They're going to say, Judge, we need to continue off this trial. We now need to argue and figure out the law. And in order to say, hey, I'm standing trial for the same crime. The defense is going to say it's exactly the same thing because it comes out of the same set of events. The prosecution, on the other hand, is going to say, are you kidding me, Judge? He was charged at a federal level for stalking. We've charged him with murder, which he's now admitted as part of his plea. New York prosecutor team is going to say it's different elements. It doesn't matter if it resulted in the same thing. In this case, an innocent person being murdered. What matters, Judge, is the elements and the proof. So it's kind of a novel approach that the defense takes. Look at the federal prosecutor. There was no plea deal reached. They made him plea open to the court. It says, no, Judge, we have no plea arrangement. If he wants to come in here and admit his guilt, that's fine. Then, Judge, you can sentence him. As a federal prosecutor, we'll make recommendations what we think. He knew that, hey, I might have a better chance before this judge, and then I'm going to raise this defense. Ultimately, great job by the prosecution. They held serve. They called his bluff. They said, fine, you want your trial, come and get it, come get your day, and if you can get convicted, we're going to seek the max. Life in prison without the possibility of parole. The defense did a nice job in terms of removing the death penalty and getting those charges dismissed at the federal level. The defense team tried everything they can. They had no other cards to play. So they cooked up this defense that says, let's go plead him open in the federal court. Let's hope that the judge spares him from a life sentence. But then let's go use that to continue off the trial at the state level, argue double jeopardy, novel approach, see if it applies, maybe tie it up in appeal. The state judge could say, hey, I don't care what happened in the federal going forward. But usually what happens is that they don't want to build in another basis of an appeal. They're going to say, Judge, there was no prejudice, still behind the bars. There's no harm to the community. If I had a gut reaction today, is the judge will continue that trial. They'll allow the motions and the briefs to argue double jeopardy. Look for it to happen after that December hearing, because what he's getting sentenced for, I think he's going to buy himself some time, let the prosecution from New York defend and say, hey, no, this is two separate things. He admitted to first-degree premeditated murder. The state level, now state prosecutors are allowed to bring that transcript and read it to the jury. That thing is over. Now, hey, okay, kudos to the defense. They came up with a novel approach. I quite frankly think they're not going to give them double jeopardy. They're going to say, how am I convicting you of the same crime? So remember, I would throw to the defense, you won. You got the capital punishment for the murder charge at the federal level dismissed. So how is it double jeopardy? Double jeopardy is if I was convicting you for the same exact crime, murder. So you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't avoid the death penalty and then say, well, now I get to avoid the state case because of double jeopardy. Oh yeah, well, what's the charging document? What are the elements? They had no other card to play. They were beat from both ends. The state attorneys did a great job. And now sentencing hearing is going to come in December from the federal judge, and they're going to dictate how many years in prison this guy's going to serve.